If you feel tired all the time and you're not sure why because you've been catching up on sleep, this might be the issue, is you're carrying this invisible weight. Let me explain. Invisible weight is the baggage that you've been carrying for so long, whether it's through guilt, whether you did something or not, you just feel that way. Worry, shame, expectations from others, whatever the things are, these are emotional baggages that you've been carrying and you need to release it. Here's what makes this so heavy, is the fact that if you were carrying physical bags, you would put them down. You could see that. And other people could see it too and be like, why are you carrying that? That's kind of crazy. Put it down. But you're not physically holding it, so it's very hard for you to even address it, let alone other people, because they can't see it. They don't know how much weight you really have on you. The thing is, this weight that you've been carrying for so long just starts to become a part of you. You're tired and you just think that that's a normal thing. You're overwhelmed for no reason. Your shoulders hurt. Your chest gets tight. These are symptoms of holding too much weight that you cannot see. In the book, The Body Keeps the Score, the author talks about an alloastic load. I think that's how you say it. And basically it means like all the tabs on your computer are still open and your computer's not running fast enough because you need to close those out. Your body has all these emotions stored in your body, in your nervous system, and it hasn't closed those out yet. You're still holding on to them. This is your stress levels hitting the maximum amount for so long. You're just maxing it out, and that's why you feel tired and you're not sure why. The tricky part is that this doesn't show up at one time. It builds over time. It's that one time you said yes when you meant no. It's that one worry, that one little thing that you lost sleep over, that one expectation. It becomes normal and it builds up over time. But the thing is, the tricky part is that it becomes a part of your identity. You're known as the strong one, the one that carries it all. You take that on yourself, and others are used to it because you show up like that you start to think, well, who will do it if I don't? It's like wearing a backpack for so long that you forget you even have it on. And then your body just starts to adjust because that's normal. The dangerous part is when you get to a point where you say, who am I if I'm not carrying this? Psychologists call this normalization of dysfunction. And research at Harvard shows that if you've been in chronic stress for so long, that's your normal baseline now. That's what you identify with and you think that that is normal. I want you to pause right now and think about what you would do if the weight felt lighter, if you didn't have that stress, if you could actually sleep at night and feel energized. What would you do? And then think about the fact that this weight, this baggage that you're carrying is holding you back from living that life right now. I'm going to reference the book, The Body Keeps the Score, because it's a very great book. Go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. But it talks about how the body doesn't lie. Your body is giving you symptoms. It is showing you things that you should pay attention to. You've been taught that it's normal to push through, to just keep going. You've been taught to ignore the signals that your body is trying to send you. When you're under stress, your body releases cortisol constantly. Even if you can't physically see the stress, if your body feels stress, it is going to release cortisol. High cortisol is going to disrupt your sleep. It's going to affect your immune system. You're going to get sick. It leads to muscle tension and fatigue. Your body literally feels heavier. A study in the journal Psychosomatic Medicine says that your body creates measurable inflammation because of stress. Your body literally, from emotion, has inflammation, a reaction to it. Those unprocessed emotions have to be expressed, and it's going to build up and build up and build up and cause these blockages, these signals that you're going to start to ignore or that you've been ignoring. The thing is, we need to learn the language of the body. Again, we're treating physical symptoms when it's something much deeper. It may be energetic or emotional. Something that you can do, and I'm not a doctor here, but you can do a 2-minute body scan. It may not even take that long, but you want to start from the top of your head and go down and just scan your body. How does my hair feel on my head? How does my glasses feel on my face? My teeth, my jaw, do I have tension? My shoulders, my back, my arms, my hands, my fingers. You know, how do I feel sitting in this chair right now? Do I need to adjust? We don't want to stop and stay there. We want to just scan and move through. We're not solving the problem right now. We're just scanning it to see What areas do I feel the tension? And then what I could do is I could look at a chart, TCM chart, traditional Chinese medicine, and it's going to show you the different organs and what emotions relate to those organs. And you can also look at another chart that shows the body. And when you feel certain tension in certain areas, it relates to an organ. Now we can start to kind of solve some problems, or go see someone who specializes in traditional Chinese medicine. Your Western physician may not be able to help you in this area. You can ask them about it, but you might need to seek some outside alternative physicians in this area. It's more of a naturopathic doctor. Awareness is the first step. But then we need to let go. We need to learn how to let go. Letting go isn't about being colder and caring. It's about letting go of what is not yours and what you should no longer carry, even if it is yours. You need to give yourself permission to put down what you shouldn't be carrying anymore. If you're ready to do this, go ahead and follow me in this next activity that I'm going to do with you. Okay, we want to start with naming it. Remember, I said you need to name this. You cannot let go of something that you haven't acknowledged. So you need to name it. You need to really look it in the face and say, this is what's been going on. You need to say, I've been holding this guilt for blank for so long, or I've been trying to fix blank. And then step 2, again, is to give yourself permission. This is very powerful. When you start to give yourself permission, you don't need anyone else's permission to do this. You give yourself, you say it. I give myself permission to let blank go. I give myself permission to no longer hold on to blank. I give myself permission to release this. It is not mine to carry anymore. And then step 3 again is to physically release this. Take a physical object. Like I said, you can write it down, burn it, tear it up. We can break something. We can smash something. You're going to write it down, and then you're going to destroy whatever that thing is as a physical release from that thing. In cognitive behavioral therapy, they do this thing called expressive writing, where you basically just write about your emotions. And if you can do that for 15 to 20 minutes a day for 3 to 4 days, it physically and psychologically helps you release this weight. It literally activates the brain center for completion and closure. We are finally closing these tabs out and letting it go, restarting that system and saying, I can't carry this. This is a load I'm willing to carry. And being okay with that, giving yourself that permission, but we're writing it down again, doing a physical act of it at this point. When you start to let go, you will see some small changes at first. You may feel a bit more energy. You may feel emotions come up that you haven't felt in a while. But these things are just surfacing, and you need to let them and allow them to process. Again, writing these things down will help with processing those emotions, getting it out of your head so that you're not overthinking about it all and seeing it on paper. You're detaching from it at that point so that you're not identifying with those things, because they are not you. These are just emotions coming through your body that you're finally processing. This is healing. Allow it the space and the time to happen and to process. And then you're going to start to feel like yourself again. You're going to, again, have more energy. You're going to have a clearer mind. You're going to know what you want to say yes to and what you don't want to say yes to anymore, because you know the weight that you would have to carry if you did. The next day after you do this physical act of releasing, I want you to notice, do you feel any difference? Even if it's just like 5% difference. Do you feel lighter? Do you notice a change in your emotions? Are you maybe happier? Do you have a bit more energy? These are small things that you should acknowledge. Don't just brush over them. I have a little story for you to think about. Okay, let's just say that we're going hiking and we put on our backpack and we get our necessities that we know that we need to get us through this hike. It's going to be a long one, a hot day, so we're going to get everything that we need and put it in our backpack. So along the way, the people that we're with starts to pick up rocks and hand them to us, or hand us some of their stuff because it feels a little too heavy for them. And we can hold it. So we go ahead and put it in our backpack. And we keep going, and we keep going. So we get a mile up the hill, and those people are going up the hill, and it's getting harder for you to go. And then someone else comes up and says, hey, can you hold this? You got another thing, hey, you still have space in your backpack. So you're like, okay, sure. But you're having a harder time getting through this hike. At a certain point, that backpack is going to be so heavy, you may not survive. You may not make it through. The thing is, everyone else is still going. Okay? And even if they are, it's not even about that. For you, you're holding the weight that others have given you. And yes, you accepted some of that. And because you could, you did. But now is the time for you to let go of that. So you take your backpack off and we start taking one rock at a time out, one thing at a time that they handed us. We start taking it out. We're only keeping what we need to keep and we let go of the rest. Then we put the backpack on and now we're able to go. We're able to go faster. And matter of fact, at this point, it's now downhill. Now I can go even faster than I thought I could. I'm going to get to the end result faster. And that's what we're doing here. We're taking that backpack off and we're looking inside. And we're looking and seeing what is ours to carry and what is not. The thing is, you're not measured by how much weight you can carry. You're measured by the wisdom to know what to put down. You've been strong for so long, but strong also means knowing what to let go of. You don't always have to carry everything. Give yourself permission to let it go. Start small today and name something that you can let go of. If you're unsure of where to start, you can take the reset quiz on my website, bornvital.com/reset quiz. It's in the description box below, and it will help you find out what's one thing you could start releasing today. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post videos like this every Sunday and Wednesday, and share this video with someone that you know might be carrying a little too much, because we all are. We're carrying a lot, especially right now, and we need to put it down. So let's put it down together.